Hi, Isha.
Hello, hi everyone. Thank you for joining in. The GCG teams that were moving. So yesterday we had a call. Yeah. So let's wait for a couple of more minutes to let the others join in before we begin.
Hello.
Hello. Is this already started or yet to be started?
Hello. No, we are just waiting for the team to join. We'll start in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
Am I
you.
audible to you?
Yes, you are.
Hi, Isha. Good morning.
Hello. Hi, Monica. So I'm Tripura, guys. So I'm the instructor. So you can call me Tripura.
Sure.
So in the meantime, guys, so since we are joining in to let the others join the session. So in the meantime, can you guys go ahead and introduce about yourself? Just a quick 2 to 3 liner. That's it. Any volunteers we have?
Hi.
I
Hi,
can start.
Tripura. Yeah,
Sorry, go
okay.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Nice.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Hi,
That's
Tripura.
nice.
This is Monica. Yeah, this is Monica. Yeah, and I have an experience on my services provider side itself. So I'm new for this
Mhm.
manual testing and automation testing. And also,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
And also I have prepared, means I have learned some of the Python courses also. So
Mhm.
on by my own
So
itself.
with regards to the manual testing side, here we'll be only explaining from the automation perspective. So just wanted to know how comfortable you are with the manual front. So did you try writing any manual test cases earlier? Just giving some practice over any of the concepts?
As of now, no. I think
Okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think your team will be explain the manual testing too, I thought. Like that.
No, no, it is only about the automation. Manual testing is out of scope for this session.
Oh,
So
okay.
manual will be giving you a high level explanation on the API testing and the DB. But for the browser or browser manual, no, because for the this is completely on the automation front.
Okay. Got it. Okay, I
Yeah.
can manage it. Thank you.
So anyhow, in the very first 2 to 3 weeks, we will be focusing on Python. So you can utilize that time to create some manual test cases. So you can
Okay.
ping me after writing the test cases. You can share it to me so that I can review and give you the feedback on it.
Sure.
Yes, guys. Go ahead, Manjusha. Forum is yours now.
Hey, so I'm Anjusha. I have more than 10 years of experience in manual testing. I'm more interested. I did my a self-study of Python and then Playwright as well. So I kind of understand,
Mhm.
like I tried myself, like trying to automate a few things, but I felt like
Awesome.
it would be nicer if I get it from somebody,
Yeah.
like, on a live session to ask my questions and doubts and all that stuff. Because in all the Udemy courses, they just stop with login and they don't go beyond that. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm expecting more like
So do
extensive,
you know
like,
what is a PyTest is? What is a page object
yes,
model?
yes, everything. Yeah,
Awesome. You already have the
I did a
basics.
self
Mhm.
study myself, like using Udemy. Rahul
Mhm.
Shetty, I think it's good, but yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so I'm also like good with Python to an extent. I wouldn't say I'm a pro, but I'm good
Mhm.
to an extent. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's it about me.
Awesome. Awesome. That's nice. So then, sharpen it a bit by solving multiple programs in the Python. In that way, you can become perfect in it till the automation extent.
Cool.
Yeah. So any other
Hey
volunteers?
everyone, everyone. So I am Nagaraj. I have around 10 plus of experience. So I have both manual and API and automation testing experience. I just want to know this
Mhm.
Playwright with the Python combination because a few companies are looking for this combination, especially fintech related domain. So that's why I am joined this. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, guys.
Hi, myself Divakar. So I have like 8+ years of experience in manual, but recently I just have started this desktop automation using Python, PyTest, PyWinAuto and PyAuto GUI for my project. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm new to web. Actually, I went through a few sessions on YouTube on this Selenium things, page object
Okay.
model, all this. Yeah, I'm not a pro as I just have started desktop automation. So using these stuffs like PyAutoGeo and
Okay.
PyWinAuto.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. Having a desktop automation also hand is a plus in the market. Good. Good to hear it.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Hi, all. This is Naga Malala. So I have like a 7+ years of experience as a performance tester.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay. So you are
yeah,
using load runner or JMeter?
yeah, I'm using more in JMeter and NeoLoad, not much load
Okay.
runner. Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm looking for the local jobs. So as I was not finding more in performance testing, so I just wanted to join the Selenium. It seems it has a more opportunities for the Selenium.
Oh, the session is on Playwright.
Sorry,
The session is on Playwright, not Selenium.
with
Playwright.
Selenium with Python or Playwright, right? Is it different?
Yeah. Selenium is another tool and Playwright is another tool. This is Playwright with Python.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll look into that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sangeeta. I saw your hand being raised.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, everyone. I have 8+ years of experience, but I have a break too for personal reasons. So I just started last year as a manual tester. So I have done API testing as well with it. So I just want to, migrate to automation. So just I heard this about from my friends, so I just joined it.
Oh, is it? So from my previous batch, your friend from, or it's completely new?
No, I just heard it just this morning,
Okay.
so I don't know any background of this program. I just want to listen to this demo, so to decide whether I can join it or not. So that's the purpose of my
Perfect.
joining.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Makes it.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah. Thank you, guys. So let me quickly open our course structure in here. Uh, All right. So let me start sharing my screen and just have a quick walkthrough and have a quick intro about myself as well. And it's very great to hear about you guys. So let me start sharing my screen. Let me know once it is visible. Yeah. So this session is completely about Playwright using the Python guys. And my name, I'm Tripura. I'm a software architect. And I started my career as a manual test engineer only, and later on by working with multiple tools and understanding multiple languages and the tools, I reached into a position where I handle a couple of projects and I'm a complete automation architect who designs the automation entire flow from the scratch to the CI/CD pipeline. Okay, and these are the tools which I have worked on in my past projects. So I started with the Selenium as it was a very good and also the widely known tool in the market in the initial stage. So I started with the Selenium. I did in both Java and Python. And with the help of a robot framework also, I did automated both the web automation and the mobile automation with the help of RPM along with the robot framework with the Python. And later, I moved into the Cypress using the JavaScript and then Playwright using the JavaScript and a Python. So recent days, I am now working on the CodeSet.js, so which is another new tool in the market, which has the capability to test with the other mobile and also the database automation seamlessly. So this is another new tool. Okay, so this is the tech stack, guys. So I worked on both Selenium, Cypress, and Playwright using multiple languages like Java, Python, and JavaScript, and the TypeScript as well. Worked on multiple models like Page Object Model, BTD, and also Robotic Framework. Along with that, I have designed everything from the scratch to have a proper build development like the CI/CD pipelines. Okay. And over the journey, I made use of the Docker, I made use of GitHub, GitLab, and also the Jenkins. So this is a quick intro and a quick tech stack about myself. So, and since I have a really great and a quick introduction about you, I just wanted to know how many of you already know one of the automation tool like Selenium or has already been worked with the Playwright in the past. You can raise your hand. I can grab it from there. You worked on Selenium or only on Playwright?
I work with multiple Selenium, Catalan, QTP, Sahi, Test
Perfect.
Complete.
Oh,
Any
you did on
automation.
QTP too. That's nice.
Yeah, QTP. I started my journey with the QTP only, then Selenium,
Yeah, I
Sahi,
did it for a couple of months
Catalan,
actually, for
Selenium.
3 to 4 months. That's nice. That's nice.
I started that. Now this one, Playwright.
Perfect. Any other tools, guys? So you're good with XPath?
Sorry?
You're good with XPath? Locator techniques. XPath,
Yeah, yeah,
CSS.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that I know.
Awesome.
That is the main, right, for Selenium.
Yeah, correct.
But we wouldn't be using XPath for Playwright, right? So they say like that's
No,
not a good practice for
they
Playwright. Is
say
that
it is
right?
not a good practice. They say it's not a good practice, but if we are in a position to use an XPath, then yeah, we have to use it. We have
Okay, got
XPath, CSS also used in Playwright. We will be in a situation, uh, we will be, it completely bounded. We have to use an XPath in certain situation. In
got it.
e-commerce website, mainly, we won't be having a unique locators. Then we have to go with XPath or CSS.
Got it.
Yeah. So that's great, guys. So can you lower your hands? Just wanted to know how many of you are from non-technical background, like completely new to even manual testing. Just wanted to see. Down, go down your hand. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. So let me start sharing my screen now. So I'm assuming rest of you all from the complete manual testing background. So anyhow, guys, our course is completely designed in a way that we will be treating each one of you are completely new to the manual, new to the automation testing. So because of that, we will be starting it from the scratch. And can someone tell me, so why do we need automation in the market? Why do we need it? Just wanted to see whether you know the advantages of the automation before we pitch it. Just some few points, whatever comes into your mind. Go ahead. It's a free space. Go ahead, guys. Whatever comes into your mind, please go ahead and help.
Yeah, to reduce the time to do the regression testing.
Okay. Correct. And
Repeated testing test cases for various datas. The same test case can be used for different datas. That and all we can do automations.
perfect. Yeah. So
For
basically,
the
imagine for
old
each
features,
and
we
every
can't go for
release.
manual.
Yeah. So for each and every release, imagine there are like around close to example, there are like 70 regression test cases which I have to execute for each and every regression cycle. So coming to this agile methodology, there is a release happening in every 2 weeks or in every 1 month. For the faster releases, then we have to do our round of regression whenever a release is happening in the market at the moment. But having the 70 test cases to get executed, then at least I need a week of a time for the manual testing to complete those 70 test cases and finding the bugs and making the developers to fix it and again doing the retesting, everything. It is a bit of a tedious process for us to do. But suppose if I ask the automation to do it, it will just take a day, or within few hours, it will be able to complete a round of execution, and the bugs which we find will be will be in a quicker, in the early stage, we will be able to find the bugs, so that the developers will have a handful of time to fix it. And again, for the retesting also, we can again trigger our automation test cases, so that we can concentrate on the another important areas rather than just working on the regression part. Agreed? And since the automation, the machine is doing the job, the accuracy will be very high. Okay. And not only that, using the same automation script in whatever OS I want to execute it. Either it can be in a Windows or in a Linux or inside our, what do we say? And the other one, guys, OS, whatever iOS, whatever the OS we have, we can execute them seamlessly. And not only that, in whatever the browsers you want to execute it, we can execute it. Let it be our Chromium, Firefox, and also the Safari. Whatever the browsers you want to execute it, we can use a single automation script to execute them parallelly. So which will inbuilt help me to have a proper higher productivity and frequent releases, which will affect the time, affect the cost in a longer term, and has a better level, better coverage as well. So not only that, it also facilitates the CI/CD pipeline, meaning the cloud execution. So we are going to see that in our coming sessions as well, how we are going to integrate our automation test cases in the CI/CD as well. Now, because of these advantages, our automation demand is very high in the market. And can someone explain me why do we need a Python in the market? So why do we need a Playwright, and what is Playwright and what is a Python? How it is useful for us? Do you know what is a Playwright?
Yeah, it's kind of automation tool as compared to automation tools. It's very fast. Even no need to
Exactly.
wait on depend upon browsers. So best example would be Selenium. It uses WebDriver protocol, right? So
Yeah,
it's like in
correct.
Selenium is talking to the browser. Here there is no mediator directly talking to the browser, hence it's too fast. And why we are using
So
Python? Because yeah. So because definitely an organization will be having some millions of data, right? So when we are dealing with the data, Python is really good to deal with the some millions of data. It will be too faster. You no need to write too much lines of code. Just 2 lines only, it will be completed.
Correct. It's
That
very simple
yeah.
and
Can
easy to
easily be
use.
combined with AI. It can easily be combined with
Exactly.
AI.
Correct. So basically, guys,
AI,
just to give a
everything in
background,
our technology.
5 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. So
Yeah.
before we jump in, so since there are like many of them from the manual background, so Playwright is nothing but it's an automation tool. Okay. So in order to automate our manual test cases, we need any one of the automation tools. There are like multiple automation tools in the market. We have Selenium, we have Protractor, we have UFT or QTP, we have what else, Cypress, and we have Playwright, we have Code Search AS, like many automation tools in the market. Whereas the highly used one is Selenium in the past, and now it is a Playwright. Why it is being why the demand and the market for the Playwright is increasing rapidly? Because there are like multiple advantages with the Playwright. One thing is that it supports all the browser. It supports Chromium, Firefox, even Safari, whereas the Selenium was not able to do it earlier. If you are in a Windows machine, you will not be able to work on a Safari browser. Whereas with the Playwright, even when you are in a Windows machine, you will be able to work with the Safari browsers as well, because Playwright has came up with its own set of browsers, which is nothing but WebKit, which is responsible to act as a Safari. And using the WebKit, we will be able to automate our Playwright manual test cases using the Playwright, and can also execute it inside the WebKit. And along with that, the auto wait mechanism and the parallel execution, and also the installation, everything is much more simpler and easy to use in the Playwright. Okay. And these are the basic differences between a Selenium and a Playwright, guys. Why I'm comparing it with the Selenium only, not with the another automation tools? Because when compared to all the automation tools, Selenium used to be the very good tool in the market in our early stages, in the past. But now, whatever the bugs we had in the Selenium, the Playwright has fixed it and came up with a new plugins as well. So when we were using the Selenium, we were not able to automate the API test cases. So that was the reason why when we are using a Java, we were using the rest assured library when with the Selenium with the Java. Likewise, when you're using the Python, then the Python libraries were used in order to automate the API test cases. But with the Playwright, that restriction and that blocker got removed, and the Playwright has the ability to execute the test cases for the API also. Both API automation and both the UI automation, everything is possible with the Playwright, and even the installation setup, everything is a lot more quicker in the Playwright when compared to the Selenium. Okay, so these are the major differences why the Playwright is booming in the market than the Selenium. So here, if you see the speed rather than Selenium, the Playwright will be much more quicker because of the explanation which our teammate has just explained us. In order for the Playwright to work on a browser, it directly sits in a browser's DOM tools and it will directly automate, it will directly communicate with the browser, the Playwright. Whereas the Selenium, it has to convert everything into a JSON protocol, and then that JSON protocol, everything, every code, whatever the line of code we write, that needs to be converted into a protocol, and that protocol needs to be worked, communicated with the browser, and whatever the data I got it from the browser goes to the protocol again and then reaches to the Selenium. So Selenium will not directly communicate with the browser. Instead, it uses the protocol as a bridge. Whereas Playwright, it doesn't have any bridge. It directly works with the browser. So that is the reason why it is very quick to get executed. And auto wait mechanism is, before failing my test case, it will wait for 30 seconds and it will give my test case a chance to re-execute it in that 30 seconds of a time. If it still fails, then it will throw me an error as a failure case. Else, it will pass my test case. Okay, so auto wait mechanism is another plus advantage with the Playwright, and we'll see everything in detail in our coming sessions. Network mocking is possible. Parallel execution is very important in our present market, because there are like 100 test cases available. If you parallelly execute like 10 test cases at a time, then the execution, let alone if it is taking like 5 hours of a time, because of parallel execution, you can complete your execution in 2 hours. That's it. The 5 hours job will cut down to 2 hours. So the time efficient, easy to use, supports the browser, and the stability is much more improvised than the Selenium test cases. Okay, so these are the basic advantages we have in Playwright over the Selenium. So Edgar,
Can you explain? Sorry, can you explain about network mocking also? What is it like when you say network?
Network mocking are two ways. One way is API network mocking we have, and not only that, we have the geographical network mocking. What is geographical network mocking is, if I want to, being in India, if I want to if I open an Amazon, what will be the location it is accepting? It will accept the India location. Agreed? If I want to open the same Amazon website, not in the Indian location, but in the America, I want to change the geography of my browser to some specified region, that is possible with the Playwright. Okay, so with the Playwright, whatever the geographical location you want to launch your website with, you will be able to do it. And not only that, the API mocking as well. Mocking here is we can intercept the API response. So API is nothing but if I try to grab a data using the API, it has to go to the database, it has to run the command, and it has to grab the data. Whereas with the network mocking, I can bypass the step and I can bypass the entire route. Instead of going to the database, I will tell the automation code that whenever the user is using this particular endpoint, give them this data. That is called mocking. We will intercept the response. Even that is possible with the Playwright.
That will happen through API, or how did this be
That will
possible?
happen through Playwright.
Okay,
Playwright
so
communicates with the API, and then the API grabs the data, not from the database, from the mocking response. Okay.
so the request is sent through the Playwright. That is what you're saying?
Yes. Correct. Playwright is making it happen, right? So we have to pass it through Playwright.
Will you be explaining this with the example in the future classes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
But it will be after the UI. The flow is first UI automation, CI/CD, and then the API mocking, and then the database.
So all these will be covered in the course?
Yeah, I will walk through it. I'll walk through the entire course content in the next couple of minutes.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Now, guys, why do we need Python? Playwright supports all the languages, just like Selenium. Playwright supports Java, Playwright supports C#, and recently there are like a couple of opportunities. I saw it in the LinkedIn on the C# too, but it's very less. But we do have the opportunities in that region too. So Playwright is used with Java, C#, JavaScript, TypeScript, and also the Python. But initially, Playwright with the JavaScript was highly used because most of the plugins in the Playwright was designed in such a way that it has an easier access with the JavaScript code. But over the tenure, with the help of the booming of this AI and and the requirement of the mobile automation and the requirement of this data handling and all, Python has become the requirement for the Python is continuously getting emerged in the market. Okay, with many automation tools, which is migrating towards the AI, ML, and LLMs plugin, everything. Python makes the life easy and connections very quicker, and even the framework building when compared to the JavaScript with the Python, it will be much more simpler. So we can consider that if someone who is from the non-technical background or who are someone who doesn't have any automation background, it is safer for them to choose a Python rather than the another language. Don't go with the Java right away if you are very new, or the JavaScript will be a bit simpler, but not than the Python. So Python will be very simple and very easy to understand and also utilize it in our framework. Okay, so that is the reason why Python is booming. Now coming to our course coverage. So rather than going to my slide, I'll show you the document which has shared by the Isha team. So this is our website, guys. I hope you guys has the link for it. So let me also share it in the chat window. Okay, guys, were you able to see the chat window? Are you able to see it? No,
I don't
right?
see it.
Even my, yeah. They changed, the admin team has changed some controls. Even my other class teammates also complete the same thing. Okay, I'll have to check with them. So do you guys have the link?
I do. I was
Yes.
sent the link, so I do.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. So this is it, guys. So if you open our course content, if you scroll a bit down, there you can see the entire course details. So yeah. Yes. So first and the foremost thing, we will be starting with the Playwright. Okay. Because we will be starting with the Python. Because before we go with the Playwright, you need to understand the Python. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Can this be shared after this class via WhatsApp?
Yeah, sure. I'll share it again. Or
Yeah.
I'll ask the admin team to reshare the link.
Sure.
So you have that message, right, where they have shared the Teams invite.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there
I do.
itself it is available.
Yeah.
So just
I
scroll
got
a bit
this.
down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first the Python, guys. In the Python, I will be starting it from the scratch, like the variables, and we will be seeing how do we do a typecasting, what are the data types we have, and afterwards, we'll be seeing both primitive and non-primitive data types. In the non-primitive data types, all the categories like lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries. All right, so all these things we will be seeing it, and later on we will be seeing about the conditional statements, loops, and functions, classes, object creation. After that, we will also be concentrating on the entire OOPS concept, like how do we do an encapsulation, how do we do inheritance, and how we do the polymorphism, abstraction, and we will be understanding about the exceptional handling. All right. Afterwards, we'll be also seeing the file handling techniques too. So once you're comfortable with the Python, so over the tenure, you will be also receiving the assignments to practice on the same, so that by the end of the Python course, you will be in a shape to write, to complete the programs. So if the interviewer asks you the program, so that is an important step. Okay, that is a mandate step in any interview. So they will paka ask you the programs to judge your knowledge in the Python. So you have to continue to practice on the programs even when we start the Playwright as well. So that is an ongoing activity in order to get a perfection in the Python. So once you're comfortable with the Python, we'll be going towards the Playwright. So Playwright, we will be doing it from the scratch. We will understand what are the locators and how do we access multiple pages, pop-ups. And in the locators, the get by selectors and the CSS, XPath, all the techniques available in the XPaths. And how do we do the assertions, weights, mechanism, iframes, everything we will be understanding it in the Playwright. So once you are familiar with the Playwright, once you're comfortable with the Playwright methods, then we are going with the framework. Okay, as part of the framework, we are using a PyTest. What is a PyTest? It is a framework given to us by the Python only. So PyTest is not another explicit one. It is a part of Python. Just like if you change to another language, then there will be another framework part of that particular language. PyTest is a framework which is given to us by the Python. Utilizing the PyTest, understanding the Python methodologies, and understanding the Playwright method, we will be building a framework from end to end with the help of Amazon.com. Why Amazon? Because the handles here, the XPaths of these Amazon browsers will be a bit tricky. So if you achieve to write the locators of the Amazon, then you will be in a shape to handle any project. Okay, because Amazon locators will be a bit tricky to write. So we will be utilizing Amazon project for our framework building. That's it. After the framework building, we will be deploying the code into our GitHub and facilitating the CI/CD pipeline too. For the CI/CD pipeline, we are going to use GitHub Actions, which is given to us by the GitHub alone. And after the CI/CD pipeline, before the CI/CD, we are going to look into the reporting techniques like HTML and the alert. Okay. Afterwards, we will be seeing the advanced topics, like how do we do the API testing. So before I go to the API automation, I will be giving you a basic understanding about how does an API testing, how do we do an API testing, and what are the methods we have in the API, the basic methods like get, put, post. I hope the people from the API background can relate to this. Get, put, post, patch, and the delete, and the status code we have in the APIs. So I will be discussing it in a higher level in a single class. Once you're comfortable, once you get the basic knowledge on the API testing, then we will be moving to the API automation, where you will be understanding how do we do the API automation using a Playwright. And not only that, how are we doing the network mocking? All right. So as I discussed earlier, the network mocking also we'll be seeing during this session. So once you're comfortable with the API, then we will be going towards the database automation too. Okay, so unlike Selenium, Playwright doesn't have the ability to do the database automation. So for that, we are going to use Playwright. Sorry, for that, we are going to use Python. Python libraries we are going to use for the database automation. This will be an interview question, all right? Because again, Playwright has a capability to do only API and the UI testing, not the database testing. For that, Python libraries, and we are going to use the DBware IDE to just understand the basic knowledge on the database. And we will be automating the same thing with the SQLite for the database automation. Okay. Afterwards, we are going in deeper about some some more high level concepts like how do we do a mobile emulation and how do we mock the geographical geolocation, and how are we executing our test cases in a cloud. Apart from the CI/CD, how are we executing our cloud test cases in a cloud like browser stack or a Lambda test? This is also a booming thing in the market, guys. You should know how do we do the cloud execution too. Afterwards, we'll be seeing about the visual regression. So by the end of this module, in between, I think it is not mentioned. Okay, they mentioned in the last. So this AI testing also, we are going to utilize GitHub Copilot. All right. So we are going to utilize GitHub Copilot, and the agent which we are going to use is Claude Haiku. Okay. So we are going to use Claude Haiku in order to work with the API automation, in order to integrate our code with the AI tools. Okay, we are going to use MCPs as well. We do have an Atlassian MCP and also the Playwright MCPs in the market. So we are going to use them both in order to work with our automation techniques. Okay, so we are going to utilize AI for creating our framework and also for creating few more test cases once you're comfortable in writing the test cases in a manual perspective. And then we'll be moving forward to the AI. So by the end of this phase 4, you will be having an end-to-end framework which we are going to create in a progressive way. And in the end, you will be having a mock interview and the resume guidance as well. Go ahead, guys. Any questions you have or a topics which I missed?
So you will be covering API testing using Python?
API testing is from the Playwright.
Okay.
Database is
Okay.
from the Python.
Database. Can you explain a bit about this database testing? Whatever you said already. So about
So
the
for the
network.
database, network mocking is
Yes.
not database. Network mocking is
No.
API.
Yeah, and I mean you just if you scroll a bit, you
Yeah,
just
sure,
showed
sure.
about the mobile.
Mobile emulation.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't understand this.
mobile emulation is responsive testing. If you do an inspect in here, there you see this particular icon, right? Have you ever worked on this particular button earlier? Actually, it's a bit
No.
rare. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a bit rare. So if you click on this, there
Yes,
you will be having the mobile. Yeah.
different
Can you
devices
see?
there. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Simulation
Mm,
something as such.
yes.
This
So
is
here
actually
it
that
is
you are
just
saying that
mm,
we have to just go through the responsiveness, right?
yes. So responsiveness
Not
is
mobile,
nothing but
not
there
mobile
we will
testing.
be not mobile testing. Responsive is
Yeah.
nothing but here we will be giving our own coordinates of x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so I mean the depth, width and the height. Whereas the mobile emulation here is nothing but we already have certain mobile devices. Mobile devices means it is not a complete device here handy. It is just that
A
it will
mirror of
mock the dimensions. Exactly. It will
yeah.
just mock the dimensions of the browser. Okay, here see for the iPhone
Yeah.
SE, it is these coordinates. So likewise, this one. So likewise, okay.
Yeah, understood. Yes. Thank you.
So instead of doing automation on a mobile, you'll be doing it using this way, giving these
No,
coordinates and
it is just the UI to see
yeah.
how the UI looks. That's it. But the
Okay.
entire mobile testing is different. Now, if I click on a button, it has to properly navigate me to a certain area. So that again, we need to do properly in our mobile testing only. Here, just that in the initial stage, whether the UI is looking properly or not. So whether the screen is being responsive according to the dimensions I have given. There is a chance, right? The screen may not be will not respond properly according to the dimensions. So those basic level of testing, we generally do it over here before we deploy the code for the mobile automation.
Yeah, I've tested this. Thus, we basically do it to see if we sometimes the developers would have arranged the dimensions to particular iPhone, but it might not look the same in the Samsung mobile. So we can't go and do it in a real time testing, right, before giving it to the client. So we will test that in this browser, in this mode.
Okay.
Like every mobile, we have to check and
To
see
see the
all
alignment or something.
Exactly.
everything
It
is
is more like an
covered.
alignment perspective.
Yeah,
So we
and
can say it
everything
as
is
a smoke
visible.
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's all UI related. So accordingly, they have to change it.
So what is this to do with the Playwright? I mean, this syllabus. I like.
Mhm.
I mean,
So how we can mock our dimensions with regards to the devices instead of giving the dimensions, how we are utilizing this browsers and how can we see we can mock this one and directly whatever the test cases we have it, whether it can be a visual regression or anything, you can directly do it.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even here, if I click on it, it should work properly as expected. And the dimensions, the visual regression, you can compare it with the screenshots too. If you already have a screenshot available in the Figma, we can take the screenshot of this page after changing into the desired mobile device, and we can compare it directly. So that the screenshot which you have in the project and the screenshot which the automation is taking from here, is it matching or not? Is it there as expected or not? We can do such things as well, which we'll be seeing in the coming sessions.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
All right, guys. So now, if you don't have any questions, do you have any questions? Else, shall we move on for our installation of the Python?
I'm audible. Hello.
You are audible now.
Yes. Is Playwright support the Windows application?
Desktop, you meant?
Desktop, yes.
Yeah. No, Playwright doesn't support it. Playwright doesn't support mobile automation. Playwright doesn't support desktop automation. Playwright doesn't support even database as well. It only does the APIs and the web.
Okay. So for it, we need to develop a custom framework or with the Winamp driver. Can we do that?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
For that, if I want to automate the desktop
Yeah,
application,
you
so
can
for
have
that with the
multiple.
framework.
Yes, you can integrate that with. See, for the desktop application, we have multiple tools out there in the market. I think we have Playwright and we have Auto IT. Okay, so they're like multiple tools, but you need to integrate that Auto IT and the Playwright again with the Python, not with the Playwright. Okay, it is integrating that tool with the Python is what we do. I hope I'm audible. There's no noise from the background. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So you can integrate anything with the Playwright, and even the mobile automation, you can also achieve it, but with the help of Source Labs and the Appium.
What about SAP tools? Can we automate SAP tools like
Like
SAP, any of the MM or whatever, right? Any modules like we have SAP tools. So those testing, can it be automated using Playwright?
it depends. If you are able to launch it in a UI on a web browser, yes, you can. But if it is a desktop, Playwright alone cannot handle it.
Okay, got it.
Any tool, if you are able to launch it through the URL, you can watch on Playwright.
I think SAP will Playwright will not support for SAP. I guess we'll have to depend upon some commercial tools like QTP, Sahi.
No, I doubt that. I'll
I
cross check,
think
but
so.
it should work.
Okay.
What is that SAP?
It's a ERP application, Sangeeta.
Okay. Okay, maybe I'm not aware of it.
See, we have a lot of technologies, right? Like Silverlight applications, we have Sable applications. So those applications are built by some different technology. So definitely this tool will not identify these technologies. For that, definitely we'll have to go for some other paid tools which is there in the market. I don't think so this tool will help.
No,
Okay.
no, no. SAP web applications, it will automate Playwright. Okay, if it is a web automation, Playwright definitely have the access. You can double check on that, but Playwright has the ability to do it. But if there are any locators which is dynamic, then there you may feel a bit challenging area, but Playwright will definitely, you can overcome that with the Playwright as well.
Yeah, you can go ahead. We don't have to spend a lot of time. I just wanted to understand if we could or not.
Yeah, we can. The final outcome is we can definitely be able to automate the SAP applications, web application, not the desktop one, with the help of Playwright. Okay. So in the end, guys, we'll be having a single session, okay? Only a single session on a BDD because there are like multiple requests coming in order to understand the BDD as well. But this course is entirely built on page object model. But if you want to, but there is a bonus one in order to understand the basic concepts like the Gherkin scripts and executing the test cases in the BDD model and what is the step definition, a basic level of high level understanding on the BDD as well with the help of PyTest. BDD PyTest Playwright is what we are going to discuss in the last as a bonus session after the entire the sessions. All right. So now, let me give you a link. So guys, before you start installing the Python, so please open your command prompt. First, just check whether the Python is already available in your local or not. If it is not available, then only let's download it. So the command to check the Python version is type python -- version. If you are able to see a version like this, then you are in a good shape. Else, if you see any warning or any error message, then you need to download the Python. The command to check is python -- version. And here, download git for Windows. Python. All right. There's no chat available. So can you guys please type download Python for Windows and click on this particular link. And there, if you see, you have download Python install manager. You can either click on this button or you can directly click on Python 3.14.6. Any one is fine. Either Python install manager or Python 14.6. Click on any one of them. Let it get downloaded. All right. Just launch to this particular website. Download Python.
I have 3.13.2. Is it fine?
Then you can ignore. Yeah, I still have 3.10, so it is fine.
From 3.10 is okay.
Yeah. Any version of Python is fine. If it is not available only, please install it, guys. And once the manager Python installer got downloaded, you will be having this exe. Go to the particular session, download an area and do a double click. Can you see my screen? Can you see the installer being opened?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Guys, please observe my screen. Don't do anything. Here, there is a crucial step which you need to do. Here in the bottom, you will be having two checkboxes. use admin privileges and the add python.exe. Make sure both the checkboxes are checked. If you did not check these checkboxes, then there is a danger that the Python may not get executed properly in your laptop. So please ensure both of them got properly checked. And then click on this install now button. Since I already have a Python install in my laptop, I'm not going to install it again. You go ahead and install it. Just check these checkboxes and click on install. Go ahead, guys. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If any of you are facing an issue, go ahead. You can start sharing your screen. Type the message at the real time. I tried sharing one message. Did you guys receive it here?
No.
Yes.
I do see in the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, getting it right. Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing it. Perfect. So let me share the link here. So in the meantime, I'll share some knowledge on Python. Python is a language. Okay. In order to execute our code or in order to utilize the language, we need one of the IDE. IDE is nothing but a space where you can write our Python code or the Playwright methods as well. In order to write the Python code, we need a space. So that is called IDE. There are like multiple IDEs in the market. We have Visual Studio, we have PyCharm, we have Eclipse. All these tools are utilized for the Python to write the code. Whereas the PyCharm will only work with the Python. It doesn't have the ability to work with the other language. Eclipse has the ability to work with all the languages, but it is a old tool, okay? And it is heavy, a bit heavy. So we are going to opt with the Visual Studio Code. Why Visual Studio Code? Today, if you want to write a code in the Python, you can directly use a Visual Studio. Tomorrow, if you want to write your code with a Java, you can directly use Visual Studio. And similarly for the C# and similarly with the JavaScript, TypeScript, for any language, you can directly use the Visual Studio Code. We call them as VS Code as well. Okay, so that is the reason why our sessions are formulated on Visual Studio Code, VS Code. So let me also give okay, I'll pause for a few minutes to let the Python installation done. Later on, we'll be going towards the VS Code download as well. Guys, is it done? Installation? Anyone facing any trouble? All right, I'll take that as a no and we'll consider that the installation is done. So now, let's download the IDEs too. So in order to check whether you have the Visual Python installation properly done or not, you need to first close your command prompt and then you need to relaunch them. Okay, relaunch your command prompt and type again our basic command, Python -- version. Like this. All right. You should see your version. Now, for the VS Code downloading, so let me also grab the link for you. Yeah, so this is a link. Share it in the chat. You can grab the link. And here, if you are working on a Windows, go ahead and click on this one. If you're working on a Mac, go ahead and click on this. button, download button. You will be getting an exe and just click on next and install. Okay, and then you will be having a VS Code like me. It should look exactly like this with welcome screen.
Hi, Tripura. I'm not able to copy that link.
Okay, all right. So just type, VS Code for Windows, and there you
Okay.
will be seeing this download Visual Studio Code. Okay, just click on the
Okay.
first
Okay.
option.
Yeah, thank you.
Just click on the next, guys, for the installation of the VS Code. It's just an IDE, okay?
Do we have to give the GitHub authentication for this?
For now, you can ignore. Yeah, for now, you can ignore. It is mostly utilized it for our AI. Okay, for now, you can ignore it. We will
Okay.
we will also have the same setup made during our MCP and GitHub Copilot execution.
Okay. Yeah.
So now continue without signing in.
Yes, correct. You can continue without signing.
Yeah, one question. So how many days will take to complete this entire course? Python plus
Yeah,
Playwright frameworks,
usually
everything.
it will take 1.5 month minimum, 1.5 month. So it
Okay,
would be close
around
to
45.
30 to 35 hours. Yeah, around 45 days. Saturday and Sunday it
Okay.
is
Mm-hmm.
So we have all 5 days of the weekday, like exact same
from
timing,
Monday to
or
Friday. Yes, same timing. Monday to Friday at the same time. And you will be getting the recording in the next couple of hours in the shared drive. So which will be shared by the admin team, and later they will upload it in the YouTube, which will be a lifetime access. Okay,
so when does it start actually, like from tomorrow,
from
or when
tomorrow.
does it actually? Okay, got it. Okay. So what if you're not able to join on a weekday? So how does that
It's
work?
okay. You'll have a recording and you can go through them. And if you have any question, you can ping me anytime. You have my number in the
Okay,
WhatsApp groups.
so I can talk to you, chat to you
Yeah.
on WhatsApp if I need to ask you something. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Sorry, one question here. Anyway, we are not.
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
mean, you are not.
Yeah, any question you
Just one.
can go ahead, guys. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. See, this you said MCP, right? So you will be
Mm.
integrating with the Playwright.
Mm.
So MCP will help us to write code. Or how it will?
MCP will help the AI. So usually what does an AI do? AI has the ability, they're like multiple models, okay? So one thing, our ChatGPT or this Gemini, these are called as LLM models. Backend, it is an LLM model, okay? So what is an LLM model?
Okay.
This Copilot itself is an LLM model. If you ask a question, it will give you the answer. But it doesn't have the
Correct.
proper ability to work on the real-time browsers. All right. So
Correct.
in
Okay.
order, who has the ability? AI agent has the ability to work on the real-time browsers. All right. But how can we
Correct.
communicate something with the AI with the help of MCP? In a simple term, if I have to explain it in a real scenario, MCP is nothing but an API which is responsible to communicate my prompt with the AI, and whatever AI is doing, it is responsible to communicate the thing back to me.
That's a protocol, I guess.
Yeah. Okay,
One
so
thing
it
that
is
I
just
want to
like
ask
a
here,
serving agent.
that just like on that Anytime is a platform where we create the AI agents, right? So are you going to show us the same agents
We are
here
not going to
with
create
Playwright?
any agent here. We are going to utilize the agent. We're not
Oh,
going to
okay,
build the
we are going to
agent.
utilize.
Yes, we already have, since we are using GitHub Copilot, right? So we already have an agents inbuilt in the GitHub Copilot, like Claude Haiku and Opus. We are going to
Okay, so
utilize them with
inbuilt.
the existing MCP.
Okay, so we are going to utilize the existing agents.
Correct.
In the simple, right?
Yeah, in a simple term, we are going to utilize the existing agents.
You mean you are not giving any question to MCP?
Building an agent is different. Giving a question is different. Without giving a question, we can't ask the AI to do some
Correct.
job, right? We have to give the prompt.
Yeah.
So that is different.
So
Building an agent is completely
yeah,
different.
yeah, building agent, it's developing a website. That is a different part. We don't want that. So here
Yeah. So we
MCP
are here.
also giving. Yeah, just if it is wrong, please let me know wrong. So please let me know whether I'm correct or not. So
Fine.
MCP is giving a code. Again, we need to look into that and we need to modify the code as per our framework, right?
MCP is not
No.
giving us a code. MCP is just a carrier
Okay.
agent. It is passing it to
Okay.
our AI. AI is giving us a code. I mean, AI and the LLM together is giving us a code. And again, we are seeing whether the code is right or wrong. And again, we are asking to modify it. You know, the prompt. Okay, so that we are.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't get confused at the moment. We are going to see in detail during our practical sessions. But for now, just
Yeah, because
understand it that
not
So we are prompting and
because
MCP is communicating with the AI
AI.
and
Yes.
correct.
AI does the job and AI communicates back to the MCP so that we will see what happened.
Okay.
Okay, this simple chain.
okay. So MCP is like a broker. It's like a third party. So
Exactly.
final job is done by AI.
Exactly. Usually AI has the ability to automate, to work on a browsers, but how we communicate with the AI is with the help of MCP in a single line. Okay. With the help of MCP, I ask the AI to do the job. So it does the job and it will come back to the MCP. It says that the job is done and MCP comes to me and it will say that AI did it.
So it's just like I can say it's just like an API, but there is a difference. Like API, but in API where two applications communicate with each other. But right now in MCP, where LLM communicates with the third-party applications.
AI.
Right.
AI work with the third-party applications. And it's a small disclaimer, just a small disclaimer. Guys, we are done with the session. If you want to drop off, go ahead. If you still have the questions, please stay back on the call. Yeah.
So how are we using this MCP in this automation testing?
How are we as in?
So as of we are going to study Playwright with Python, right? So in this that
We will
MCP
be
part,
utilizing it. So first and the foremost, first you will be building the framework with the help of Playwright using the Python. You will be building it. We need to know the manual way of how we write the code there. Once we are comfortable with that, then we will be utilizing the MCP servers and the AI agent in order to generate a project-based code with the AI. Okay, so how we need to pass the prompts, how the plugins needs to be inserted, what plugins are needed, how we should ask the code, how we need to communicate with the AI, what are the prompts that we need to give. Everything we'll be seeing it once the manual part is done. What happens here is the AI will give us a code, but we should be in a position that to judge it whether the code given is correct or wrong. Because some days even it will give us a buggy data or the data which it has given may not properly incline with my framework. So we need to be in a position to judge it, to accept or reject.
So
the
we
later
won't be
comes with the
starting. Yeah, we won't be starting this at the initial stages of building of project as well.
Yes, no. Once a project is halfway through, then we will be going towards the AI.
So the PyTest is the framework kind, right?
Which is given to us by the Python.
Python. Okay. So through PyTest, you will be, is there anything like MCP that we have to install? And then we have to.
For the AI, you meant? Sorry, I missed the question.
The MCP part, is it a protocol, just the protocol, or is it like any tool that we have to install to make it?
It's an extension.
Okay.
Just a JSON library. It's a JSON file.
Okay, got it. Thank
you. You can add it as a plugin. It's available as a
Weekends,
plugin.
It is available, but not in the Visual Studio Code. You need to download it from the Google.
Okay.
Oh,
or
so
you just
like
have to
PyCharm
copy
allows
my
you
data.
as a. Okay, sorry. PyCharm allows you to install it as like a plugin. So VS
Normal
Code does
plugin.
not.
No, the VS Code does not. It doesn't have a proper plugin. So we need to download it from the Google.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, Nagaraj, go ahead.
Yeah, Tripura, since we have Git Copilot, that is a AI.
That is
Anyway,
LLM.
Git Copilot is giving. Yeah, yeah, just give me a minute. Since anyway we have Git Copilot or ChatGPT. If I ask what is the capital city of India, it will give Delhi. Okay. Then what is the use of MCP? Anyway, MCP is doing some brokerage. That's all.
Okay.
Is
So
passing, sending
you
information.
are asking, yeah,
Right.
got your question. So you are asking the GitHub Copilot. So let's say in the ChatGPT only, you are asking the capital city done. That is what even the GitHub Copilot does it. But what if
Yeah.
you want to find, let's suppose you have your Jira. Let the basic example.
Okay.
You have your story, your Jira story, and you want to create a
Okay.
manual test cases. And you don't want to give
Uh-huh.
the entire acceptance criteria over there. You want the AI
Uh-huh.
to open your Jira ticket, analyze the story written inside it, and then you have to open your application, analyze your application, and formulate the test cases. Does the ChatGPT has the ability to do it?
No.
No, no, we need
No,
to
right?
feed that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everything I need to feed it in order to have the desired outcome. So in order to explain how, even though if I feed it, it doesn't have the ability to open my application and see the application also, right? So again, I cannot explain my application completely in detail in my chat feed. So instead of that, if I have an MCP and if I ask the AI, these two are my links. This is my Jira link. This is my application link. Open both. Do whatever you want to do and grab me the test. Get me the test cases. It will do it.
Yeah, got it
Completely
Okay.
clearly.
wiping off manual testing then, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, we can say that, but it is not up to the mark yet. We have
Yeah.
to review what it has generated.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, because that is what I'm doing in my project. I did one manual entire. I had one AI agent which is responsible to do the both testing, but it
Mm.
did release a couple of the critical bugs. So I would say it reduces most of the tedious work, like creating
Mm.
the Excel sheet with the test cases, formulating our steps, everything. It it eliminates the tedious job, but again, the final hand should be ours. Like we should review it properly.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me ask you one question. So are you from like a financial background company, or is it like a regular company? Because I just want to understand if MCP is allowed in every company,
It
like
is
because
not allowed in every at the moment. So they are creating
right,
their own agents. I'm from the
got it.
financial background only, financial project itself. But what since there is a chance of data leak. So what my company
Right.
is performing is they are allowing us to have all the agents. Practically 90% of our job is doing. We are handling it with the AI. So it
Okay.
is it is allowing us to have the AI being downloaded from the Google. Everything they are allowing it. So, but in the backend, they have an agent installed in our laptops that data protection. We will be having certain agents for the data protections in the market. My second company was hold together the data protection company only. So that those agents, it will never allow some data being leaked from your laptop to the another device through any means. Either can be either from the URL or from the USBs or anything. So they had that data protection app available in my laptop, so that even with the help of the other apps, the data will never get leaked.
Okay. Okay. So, but
Yeah.
you still have to key in your user ID and password, right? All that stuff. So
Everything,
how well is
yeah.
it protected? It is protected, is it?
It is the data protection app. What does it do is it will provide a flags based on the sensitive data. Normal data, it will allow it. There are like categories. So if there is a sensitive information, it will block the entire operation itself. You will be getting a prompt saying that this is not
Got it.
allowed
Got it. Okay. Okay.
automatically.
Got it.
So data will never get leaked with the agent, with
Awesome.
the data protection agent. Or in couple of the other projects, what they were doing is they are building their own AI agent. Instead of downloading it
Mm-hmm.
from the other source, they are building their own agent and they are utilizing it. The agent may be different, but the job it is doing is exactly the same. They are trying to mock the exact same thing.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Thank you. So you'll be showing how to download the Playwright MCP and like how
Yes,
to run
everything in
on
detail.
this thing, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Tripura, this is a very layman question that I'm asking.
No
So
problem. Safe space.
yeah, so what exactly you mean by framework, like, in this context?
Framework. Okay, in a very basic term, if I have to explain you, let's say I have 50 test cases available. Okay, so how do we execute those test cases? When do we execute those test cases? How do we capture the test result? All these things are done with the help of the framework. Playwright Python only gives you the necessary tools to write a test case. But to execute them, to properly execute them, today I might need only to execute the smoke test cases, and that too in a Chromium browser. Tomorrow I want to execute the sanity. Afterwards I want to execute the regression, right? So which test cases to get executed when, on which particular forum, everything, all these executional related data, we get it from the framework, PyTest framework.
PyTest. Okay.
PyTest.
Okay. So we will be writing some codes in the PyTest to tell all these instructions, isn't it?
Yes.
That is what it
Yes.
is, right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
What to get executed when and how.
Okay.
Writing is Python and Playwright. How to execute is framework.
Okay. So that also needs some step-by-step instructions.
Yeah. Everything
we
is
are
an
doing.
instruction level.
Yeah. That we have to do in the PyTest, which is called as a framework.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
And where to write our test cases? Okay, this is a progressive way. It is very interesting to understand. So Python and okay, if I say everything in first class, it may scare the people. So I'll make it very minimal. So Python and the Playwright will give the forum to write the test cases. And how to execute them is PyTest. And in which file I have to write the test cases is the model, page object model. Okay, it's just the category. It will be very easy and very simple to understand.
Okay, so the page object model is where the paths that you're saying, right, will come, right? The identity, those things will follow.
Identity as in?
Or in the sense the XPath that you mentioned previously in the class, right?
XPath is the Playwright. XPath is given to us by the Playwright.
Okay.
So it's that you have a test case. Okay. So where should I write my test case? In which file I should write my test case? There are like 70 test cases. We can't write every 70 test cases, all the 70 test cases in a single file, right?
Yeah.
So in which file should I write my test cases is what page object model.
Okay.
We will be grouping it like all the login test cases in one file, all the home test cases in one file, folders.
Okay, yeah.
Interesting, guys. Any questions? All right. Thank you all for joining in. So you have my number in the WhatsApp groups. If you still have any questions, you can ping me anytime. All right. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.